Hello, this is Diana Suarez, and I wanted to demonstrate today how to make the Lacy tube scarf, or whatever name that people want to call it by. I love the ruffle scarves, but sometimes they can be a bit of a pain to make as they pop off the pegs of the looms, or somebody's knitting and it comes off the needles. So I was looking through one of my Loom groups, and Heather Tarvis Gardner had posted this beautiful procedure for making this particular scarf. So I started asking her questions, and come to find out after making a couple of them that these really are much easier to make, and they're a lot of fun. So I'm going to try to demonstrate today how to make them. Please forgive me, I'm not a professional, so this video may have a few shakes, but I'm going to try. So use your basic ruffle yarn. There's like so many different ruffle yarns out there. This particular yarn is called Flamenco, and it is through ice, which I got from Yarn Paradise online. And as you can see, you've got different loops. You've got a one-strand loop and a two-strand loop. I always knit through the single strand. So what I'm going to do to cast on is I'm going to fold this over so I get a nice clean, I get a cleaner edge than all this ragginess, and later on I'll just come by and snip most of this ragginess off. So with this double loop, what we're going to do is we're just going to take it and we're going to drop it to the outside of the loom itself, so that all the ruffles are going to come to the outside. Don't drop them in the middle, because then all your ruffles will be on the inside of the tube, so it won't really look very much like a ruffle tube. So let me show you again. You just drop that on as such, and then you're going to pull it, and you're going to go to your next single loop, and you're going to drop it on the next peg. And I am doing this on an 8-peg loom, which is what most of the patterns call for, is for 8 pegs. So one single strand loop over each peg as such, and you're just going to keep going around. And my yarn is of course not cooperating because I didn't take the time to roll it properly, so this is just some old scrap yarn I had. So we're just going to keep wrap and drop and drop. Okay, now as you can see, we're back to the very first one I had put on. So now you can either go around again and just keep doing 8 at a time, just wrap 8, knit off 8. I am much more comfortable with just doing 1 at a time. So what I'm going to do is just take 1, drop it over, and knit it off. And you can take the pegs here that are on here and turn them around so that this line is in the back, so you can just go straight down the back. I don't find that particularly necessary. Some people do. So we're going to go around. And it's going to be difficult because I'm trying to video it. There we go. And around. And just keep doing the same thing until you get to the length that you want. Mine usually come out to about between 68 and 75 inches, depending on which of the yarns that I am using for this. So we're just going to flip it, pull it down a little bit. And you'll find as you do this, it's just going to get easier and easier to work with as you develop a method of doing so. So just drop it on. Try and get this a little bit of a close-up here so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So the single thread comes up on your next peg. Just drop it on. Get your edge. Pull it over. And just remember, do not drop it down the center because, like as I said, your ruffles will end up in the middle, and that just kind of defeats the effect of the technique. So just pop it. And I should have really done this before starting the video, getting this all unraveled. But anyway, so pop it, bring it back over. And as you can see, it's starting to fall really nice. You're starting to get your layers of ruffles there, which is going to be really pretty. And it'll thicken up as you go. And they make so many pretty ruffle yarns. I don't think you could ever get sick of making these. They've got different name brands and varieties and so on and so forth. So anyway, let's just say that, okay, now I'm to the length I want it to be. You know, it's long and flowing and beautiful and all that. So I'm thinking, okay, it's time to end it. And just remember, it doesn't matter where you start it or where you end it, because it's going to be so long. It's going to be really hard to tell the difference of where it began and ended. So to end it off, we're going to take one thread, we're going to put it on our next peg, knit it off like usual. There we go. And then we're going to take the one we just knit over, and we're going to bring it back to the previous peg and pop it on. Knit it off, bring this one, bring it back to its original post. So as you can see now, there's no thread on this particular knob. So we're going to get our yarn all straightened out again here. Okay, next peg. Pop it on. I'm going to knit it off. Bring it back over here to the previous one. Knit it off. And come back over. And you're just going to do this all the way around. As you can see, it's slowly but surely getting all the pegs. I see we've got 2 off now. And the only thing I don't like about the ruffle yarn is if you do not untangle it at the beginning, you're just going to have to keep untangling it as you go. So, but anyway. Get that in there. Come on, knit off. Grab this one. Bring it over. Knit it off. Grab it. Original post. And so I'm going to grab it. Ooh, grab both of them. Oops. Okay. Trying to figure out, because something just, there it is. Yeah. We were right on. There we go. Pull it off. So we're going to bring this over. Knit it off. Bring it back over here. Just like so. And again, knit it off, bring this over, get on there, knit it off, and back over. And you can see just how really quick and easy this procedure does work. So, got 3 left. This goes on there. Knit it off, pick it up, bring it over, and knit it off. Okay. Get on there. Okay, now you see we've got 1 stitch left on the loom. So we're just going to do the same procedure. We're going to knit 1 more time. Put it on. Knit it off. And you're going to take this one, you're going to bring it back over, and you're going to knit it off. And as you see now, you have just 1 stitch left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that, and this just pops right off the loom. So, and there is my final loop. So I'm going to cut the thread, And you take the tail end. Because I don't like to sew, I want this to be as easy as possible. So I just wrap this through the loop, as such. Kind of pull it down a little bit till it's where I want it to be. There we go. Tie a knot. Nice secure knot. Now you can take this end and weave it through, or you can just cut it and leave like a little, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch tail, and you'll have a, as you see, it all pops out together and makes this cute little ruffles. And the longer you make it, of course, the more ruffles you're going to have. And it's just a little tube, and as you pull the tube on the longer ones, it'll actually elongate out and make your scarf much longer than that. And this is one that I had just finished last night. As you can see, I'm very rough with it. I did the exact same procedure with the tube, and there's my little knot at the one end. There you go. And then we come down to the other end, and you'll be able to see where when you open it up, there's the tube. It goes all the way through. And they're very nice. And once again, I would like to thank Heather Tarvis Gardner for her suggestions and her input into doing this. And as I said earlier, you can do this on either of these looms as long as you stay to the outside, and you'll have a beautiful ruffle scarf, which is going to take about half the time as some of the other procedures out there. So have fun with it. I would love to see the things that you make. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm on Facebook, or you can catch me through the comments on here. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a nice day.